I conduct all my interviews in private, Inspector, without exception.
You're under my roof, Giles.
Well, if you like, I could move the interview to station house number 3.
Fine. But this is a waste of time.
If you please, Inspector.
Shall I start at the beginning?
Let's start with the facts. Time of death has been established as 11:35 p.m. Where were you then?
Sleeping in the room next door.
You'd been invited to spend the night?
No, I wasn't feeling well.
And where was Mr. Littlefair when you last saw him?
He was on the floor in the parlor. At least, I think so. It may have been a hallucination.
Hallucination?
Dr. Ogden believes I was drugged at some point.
And who gave this drug to you?
I don't know. They were coming around with trays of drinks all evening. The frog footmen, that is.
Frog footmen? I'll tell you what, Detective. Why don't you start from the beginning?
Yes. I received an invitation 10 days ago. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Jack and Alexander Retta request your presence as the Mad Hatter at a costume party to be held in honor of the late Lewis Carroll. How wonderful. You get to be the Mad Hatter. Darcy was supposed to be the Hatter, but he'll be in Buffalo visiting his family that night.
Oh, you'll be attending as well?
I'm to be Alice.
I'm going as the White Rabbit.
How did they get my name?
Well, that was my doing. I said you were the most interesting conversationalist.
That's very flattering, Miss Ogden, but
Oh, you have to go. They'll have no Mad Hatter if you don't.
I'm not much for wearing costumes.
What costume? It's a top hat and a bow tie. Polka dot bow tie.
Do come, William. It'll be fun.
Did you know anyone at the party?
No, I don't travel in those circles.
So this was the first time you met Randolph Littlefair?
That's correct.
I feel ridiculous.
Trust me when I tell you, you'll be the least ridiculous person here.
A frog footman. How perfect.
Oh, Julia, Ruby. Oh, how good to see you. And you must be Mr. Murdoch. I've heard so much about you.
Jack Retta. Glad you could come.
Pleasure.
So are we playing croquet?
You can't have a Wonderland party without croquet.